Hello and welcome to the B and B channel, where we discuss everything about women, fitness, and so much more. As a longtime gym girly myself, I've noticed such a dramatic change in gym culture. One that I feel like no one is really talking about, especially from a female perspective. Okay, so is it just me, or have you noticed how gyms kind of feel like high school all over again? The cliques, the hierarchy, the judgment. Just take a moment and really think about it. This was just a clip from the Sculpt You Instagram page, but it puts a lot into perspective. In the past decade or so, gym culture has evolved significantly. And much of this change is owed to the rise of fitness influencers and the pervasive force of social media. Back in the day, gyms were primarily the domain of bodybuilders and athletes. But today, they've turned into a social hub, an Instagrammable space where people from all walks of life converge. Fitness influencers, with their perfectly curated workout routines and aesthetically pleasing gym attire, have become the new trendsetters. They've leveled the playing field for fitness, making it more accessible and appealing to a wider audience, and in many ways, they've also reshaped the gym culture. This transformation, however, is a double edged sword. On one hand, fitness influencers have inspired countless people to lead their healthier lives. They've made fitness feel less intimidating and more achievable. They've shown us that anyone, regardless of their shape, size, or fitness level, you can benefit from regular exercise. This shift has been particularly empowering for women who have historically been marginalized in gym spaces. On the other hand, this new gym culture is without its pitfalls. Social media has a knack for amplifying insecurities and fostering comparison. The gym, once a place to disconnect and focus on personal progress, has become another stage for social performance. The pressure to look a certain way, to keep up with the latest fitness trends, to constantly post progress pictures can be overwhelming. And for many women, it can transform the gym from a place of empowerment to a source of stress and self doubt. So let's delve deeper into these changes and understand the experiences of women navigating their new age gym culture. In this new age of Instagram, fitness influencers have become the new trendsetters in gym culture. They're the ones setting the pace, defining the norms, and shaping our perceptions of what it means to be fit. Influencers with their picture perfect workouts and sculpted bodies have an undeniable effect and impact on gym culture. They're the ones we look up to, the ones we aspire to be. Their posts inspire us, motivate us, push us to work harder, and to strive for better. We all know that some women see their progress and it pushes them to keep going. It's like having a virtual personal trainer, and yet the influencer effect is not without its flaws. While they inspire, they can also intimidate. While they motivate, they can also create pressure. The images they project can sometimes be so idealized, so polished, so perfect, they can set an unrealistic standard for fitness. Some women confess that sometimes they feel inadequate when they see these influencers because they look so perfect, and most women feel like they're not. The influencer effect can also foster a toxic culture of comparison and competition. We sometimes compare our bodies, our progress, our work to theirs. We start competing, not with ourselves, but with the images on our screens. Some women feel like it's the competition that you can never win. There's always someone fitter, someone better. So, yes, influencers can inspire, they can motivate, they can push us to strive for better, but they can also create a pressure. They can also foster comparison and competition. They can set an unrealistic standard of fitness, and they can make us feel inadequate, not good enough, or never enough. Clearly, the influencer effect is a double edged sword. It can motivate, but it can also create unrealistic expectations. The key then is to take the inspiration but leave the intimidation. Take the motivation but leave the unrealistic expectations. To strive for progress, not perfection, and to remember that fitness is a journey, not a destination. I've described the current gym culture experience as high school all over again, but what does that really mean? Well, let's peel back the layers and see what we find. At the heart of it, the comparison draws from similarities between high school culture and gym culture. When we think back to our high school days, what really comes to mind? For many, it's the formation of cliques or groups. It's human nature to gravitate towards like minded individuals, forming alliances based on shared interests. This same phenomenon can be observed in the gym. You've got your cardio queens, weightlifting warriors, and yoga enthusiasts. each group sticking to their own routines and territories. But it's not just about play. High school was also a hotbed for competition. That constant striving to be the best, to outdo others, to be the most popular. In the gym, this competition takes a different form, but it's there nonetheless. It's in the race to claim the best machines during peak hours. The unspoken contests of who can lift the heaviest weights or run the fastest mile. And let's not forget about the feeling of being judged. In high school, it was about the clothes you wore, the friends you had, or the grades you got. In the gym, it's about your form, your stamina, or the progress you're making. It can feel like you're constantly under scrutiny, with every misstep or struggle magnified. Many women have shared their experiences of high school redux on social media. Some feel like they're being watched and judged. It's like the pressure to always perform at your best while looking your best while doing it. And some feel like it's a popularity contest. It seriously can feel like high school all over again. And just like in high school, gym culture can be a challenging landscape to navigate, especially for women. But remember, every experience is a learning experience. So let's take these challenges in stride and use them to build a stronger, more confident version of ourselves. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, toxic gym culture. Toxic gym culture is a phrase that's been around for quite a bit, but what does it really mean? At its core, toxic gym culture is an environment where individuals, particularly women, feel judged, unwelcome, or uncomfortable due to the attitudes and behaviors of others. Now let's break that down. Body shaming is a significant component of this toxic culture. It's the nagging voice in your head fueled by the glances and whispers of others that constantly compares your body to the ideal physiques around you. It's the sinking feeling when you're the only one in the room not sporting designer gym wear, or when you feel out of place because your body or size doesn't match those of the fitness influencers you follow on Instagram or TikTok. Then there's unsolicited advice. You know what we're talking about. The guys who feel the need to correct your form mid-workout, or even some women who insist on sharing their diet plan with you without being asked. It's not that advice is unwelcome, it's the presumption that it's needed or wanted that can make the gym a hostile environment. And let's not forget unwelcome advances. Whether it's an inappropriate comment, lingering stares, or worse, these instances can turn a place of health and well-being into a battleground of discomfort and anxiety. We found countless stories from women who have experienced this toxicity firsthand. Some have stopped going to the gym altogether because they felt constantly scrutinized. These are just a few examples, but they highlight the pervasive nature of toxic gym culture. Toxic gym culture is a reality for many women, and it's high time we address it. We need to foster an environment that promotes inclusivity, respect, and a true sense of community, but at the same time, the gym should be a place where everyone feels empowered to work on their fitness without fear or judgment or harassment. So how can we transform gym culture into a more positive, inclusive space for everyone? This is the question we're going to tackle in this segment. First, let's talk about body positivity. This concept isn't about promoting unhealthy habits, but rather it's about breaking down the unrealistic and narrow standards of beauty that society has set. It means acknowledging and respecting the diversity of human bodies and understanding that all bodies are good bodies. In the gym, this could mean celebrating all fitness levels and body types, and not just those that align with societal ideals. Next, fostering a community spirit. Gyms can be an intimidating place, especially for newcomers, but they don't have to be. By fostering a sense of community, we can make gyms more welcoming. This could be as simple as saying hello to a fellow gym goer, or even offering a spot to someone during a heavy lift. Maybe even organizing a group class that can encourage interaction and camaraderie. Now let's touch on the importance of setting clear guidelines for behavior. Gyms should be a safe space where everyone feels comfortable. This involves having strict rules against harassment and discrimination, and ensuring these rules are enforced. It also means promoting respect for everyone's personal space and privacy. What does a positive gym culture look like? We found several women who seem to have successfully created such environments. They've emphasized the importance of respect, inclusiveness, and positivity. Some regularly host workshops on body positivity and mental health, while others foster a supportive, non-judgmental space for their clients. But it's not just about what gym owners and trainers can do. It's also about what we as individuals can do. We can be the change we want to see. We can challenge stereotypes, stand up against discrimination, and advocate for inclusivity. Change is possible. Together, we can create a gym culture that is positive, inclusive, and empowering for all. That is what BNB is all about. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe because we have lots of things to discuss going forward, and you don't want to miss